If you're only choosing to embrace the positives, you're not living a balanced reality. You've got to understand and recognize that the world you live in is comprised not only of positive energies, but negative ones. Evil, darkness, malevolence, it's all in here. That's a part of life on Earth. So the whole premise of this video today is to teach you, to teach yourself, to stop absorbing people's negativity, their darkness, their anger, their negative emotional energies, their pain, their suffering, their misery, their toxicity, their drama, their garbage, their disease, their dysfunction, all that junk that just doesn't do anyone any good. Whenever you're in an environment of negativity, you have to teach yourself to be a stone and let that stuff cascade off of you. And whenever you're in an environment of positivity, be a sponge and soak up every ounce of it. Same holds true whenever you're walking or going about your day, or if you find yourself anywhere where there's other people around, even your own family. Recognize to assess the types of energy that people are projecting. You can't, look at life through rose-colored glasses. You've got to see life through the eyes of reality, and that reality is that we live in a world that's comprised of every energy. You have people who are incredible individuals who feed homeless people, and you have others who kill homeless people. And that's life. And that's just the way it is in this world. So when you recognize the truth, then you begin to create a balanced reality for yourself. There's an old saying, only speak the good of someone. Well, that really isn't too practical, because if that someone that you're trying to speak only the good of has been abusive to you for 10 or 15 years, what about all of the other things they've done to you? Are we supposed to just forget about that and pretend it didn't happen? My thing is, if you want to speak only the good of someone, that's like putting a piece of cardboard over a television. You're only viewing half the picture. If you want to talk about someone or speak of someone, speak of them in truth, in their entirety, in the reality of the individual, good, bad, and everything else. Learn to see people in their entirety, viewing them in the entire picture, the entire spectrum of who and what they are, past, present, future. Conversely, the same holds true. Don't speak only negative of people. Speak truth of people, whoever they are, whatever they've done, whatever they've personally done to you. That always helps live in reality. But, this is just a quick video today, just a conscious reminder from the universe. Teach yourself to stop absorbing miserable people's garbage. Negative, angry people who are always just somehow upset for any reason. What happens is energy transfers, and then it's absorbed, and then you carry it, and then you transfer it. It's like dominoes. That initial chain reaction of that inertia takes to one, and then two, and the next thing you know, they all fall. That's because they're not grounded in anything. They're just freestanding. They're not planted firmly on anything or in anything. So that's why they topple. But if you plant yourself firmly in a reality that's balanced, the law of harmony states you have to be in conscious alignment with all things universal. Source, God, divine, whatever name you want to use, does not battle Satan. Good does not battle evil. Source is the source of all creation. Darkness, light, evil, good, all of it. That's harmony. That's truth. A lot of people seem to think that God is just good and all of the other stuff just gave birth to itself. That's nonsense. Source is the source of all things. If you're familiar with the 50 primary universal laws, then look at the first law, which supersedes all other laws. It says clearly, to be in harmony with all things is to attain enlightenment. And you got to get in conscious contact with the truth that God is all things, not just the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen, but all things. We're all given these choices and decisions which, determine and decide which direction we travel in life. We're each assessed. The earth is nothing but an assessment platform. Evil exists for the revelation of the nature of our soul and also offers a balanced equilibrium, harmony, and alignment to the universe. There's no such thing as a one-sided anything. You need balance. You need symmetry. You need proportion. Or else things get out of control real quick. Imagine an airplane propeller missing one of its blades. It's going to spin out. Or a helicopter missing one of its blades. It's going to spin out until it destroys itself. That's the same thing here. Everything is cyclical. Everything rotates. Vortices rotate. portals rotate, energy rotates, it moves, it shifts. That's why the oceans don't stand still. A sedentary ocean would cause stagnation. So just today, recognize and learn to assess people's energies. This way you don't have to absorb that garbage. Because when you absorb a miserable person's energy, they're basically handing you a box of their trash. And you're consciously volunteering to carry it around all day. And that negative energy is going to make you negative. And it's going to cause your whole day to be pulled down. And then you're going to attract garbage energy. You're going to emit it. You're going to project it. You're going to manufacture it, materialize it. And then your whole day's shot. So basically, this is just a little bit of a wake-up call, if you will, to realize and recognize people's energies, regardless of who they are. If they're your children, your parents, it doesn't matter. People are people. You have to consciously recognize that you have to remove the title from the name and assess them as if they were strangers. And consciously ask yourself, would I invite these people in my life if they weren't my son or my brother or my whatever? Because people are people. Regardless of what title they hold in your life, no one should ever be given carte blanche in your life. That's for sure. A lot of times, more often than not, people do that. They place their family on these unrealistic pedestals, and the family's the most abusive to them above and beyond anyone else. So that's why they continually sustain these negative bombardments of energy and wavelengths and frequencies, deleterious vibrations that are just so toxic and detrimental to your body, to your mind, to your soul, to your heart, to your consciousness, to your aura. You're constantly inundated with it every day, exposed to it. It's like walking inside a nuclear reactor and just standing right next to the core. And you wonder why you have all these cancers and you're sick and diseased because you're standing next to something that's killing you. Well, that nuclear reactor is nothing more than another form of energy, emitting waves of death and destruction. Same thing with negative people, man. They're basically transmitting death and disease and dysfunction and toxicity. If you're in a close proximity, you're going to be affected by it, hands down. So learn to teach yourself to consciously deflect and allow that negative energy to cascade off you. Don't absorb somebody's energy. It's not your energy to own, it's theirs. The whole integral key component of learning to master your own energy is never allowing anyone to own your energy. That's it. It's not theirs to own. When you're proactive and autonomous, you don't need anybody. Not one single ounce of your self-worth is dependent upon anyone's acceptance, approval, permission,